If you're not hyped about Chainsaw Man, then I don't want to know you, because this anime's just started and it's already insane and ridiculously brutal. I'm Dr. Azmain and we're gonna break down episode 1's medical scenes and just straight up violence. So we're introduced to our boy Denji. He lives in a shack with his devil dog Pochita, who has a chainsaw sticking out his head because that's completely normal. Come on though, isn't he adorable? How cute is he? If any of you degenerates put manga spoilers in the comments, I will set Pochita on you. So Denji's talking about how he sold some of his organs to pay off his debt to the Yakuza. Clearly, I had to make some relevant Google searches. What is the going rate for a kidney on the black market? Is my right eye worth more than my left? How much can I sell my testicle for? For any intelligence agencies looking at my internet history, it's for science. I promise. So I made this handy dandy table for how much Denji actually got paid for his innards. His kidney was 1.2 million yen, which is about $8,000. Right eye for 300,000 yen, about $2,000. And my boy sold his testicle for 100,000 yen, which is not even $700. He got paid peanuts for his peanut. Our boy Denji got ripped off. My question is, what do you do with someone else's testicle? Do you keep it as a trophy? Or serve it with fava beans and a nice Chianti? The thing is, testicle transplants are extremely rare, and they'll continue to produce the donor's genetic sperm, which is absolutely wild. Apparently there was a case in Serbia reported in 2019 where a twin brother's testicle was transplanted into the other twin who didn't have any. Just to be clear, trading human organs is illegal, all except one country. But like, there are so many people that die waiting on transplant lists. So there are occasionally conversations about legalizing the organ trade elsewhere, specifically focused on kidneys because you can live without one kidney. But the ethics behind this is very complicated. One of the Yakuza tells Denji to eat a cigarette for 100 yen, which is 67 cents. I think that's about how much Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for in that one episode. Like, don't eat cigarettes, not even for $1 million. Do I need to say this? Okay, so a lot of the nicotine burns off when you light the cigarette. If you just eat it whole, you get a massive overdose alongside all the cancer-causing material. And then you get vomiting, sweating, drowsiness, shaking, confusion, even death. Ain't worth it, bro. Just say no. So Denji survives basically on bread. Obviously, bread without any protein, fruit, or veg is not healthy and is not gonna meet your calorie requirements. Our boy Denji is a simple man. All he wants is a normal life and to have a girlfriend before he dies. But let's face it, the intensity of the trauma he's faced, his father hanging himself, having to kill devils and sell his organs, it's no wonder his emotional growth and social skills were a bit stunted. So in this world, if a devil bites and drinks human blood, they can sustain themselves vampire style. I would not recommend doing this because of the risk of blood-borne infections. And whether you get bitten by an animal, a human, or a devil, it can literally cause a life-threatening infection like cellulitis or even sepsis. So Denji starts coughing up blood, which is pretty worrying. He tells us that his mum died from a heart condition that caused her to cough up blood. If this happens to you, you need to see a doctor ASAP. It's usually lung-related causes that result in coughing up blood, like a chest infection or pneumonia. And of course, there are more serious causes like cancer or a blood clot in the lung. But in advanced heart failure, you can also get pink, frothy, blood-stained mucus coughing up. Maybe this happened to Denji's mum, but we aren't 100% clear on that. Then Denji's taken on a mission to kill a devil. But in fact, the Yakuza guys have made a deal with a devil to get powers and end up betraying Denji. He and Pochita get stabbed all the way through. Look what they've done to my boy. It's a miracle that he can still walk. A cut like that could have severed his spinal cord, cut through his major blood vessels like his aorta and vena cava, and punctured his lungs or liver or gut. He ought to be bleeding out and passing out. So the zombies chase Denji. Yes, there are zombies in this story. Catch up. And they just stab him everywhere. That's clearly not compatible with life. After Denji's lifeless corpse is thrown into a dumpster, some of his blood goes in Pochita's mouth and revives him. Pochita then fuses with Denji and becomes his heart, which is just crazy. I'm pretty sure we haven't managed devil to human heart transplants in real life, although they did manage a pig to human heart transplant. And then we see Denji's mutilated limbs just come back together, and that requires either serious surgery or some serious sorcery. So real-life Denji gets chased by the zombies again. Now he can become the Chainsaw Man after gaining Pochita's powers, and that's just so freaking metal. Then he pretty much slaughters all the zombies. You can probably guess that getting sawn by a chainsaw is going to cause some pretty significant trauma. Amputations, decapitation, major hemorrhage, it's all pretty graphic stuff. You should check out my medical reaction to Arcane and comment what you want me to react to next. Like, subscribe, and stay groovy.